of the second half, so the North squad will get the football first. Their quarterback, Brian Spurgeon, 11 touchdown passes for Lawrence, and this is senior year. Kwame Moultrie, the fullback, is a team captain, elected by his North squad teammates. In the backfield, Leon Wright played for Al Usher. Ed Pageland, Chuck Wilson, a 1,000-yard rusher himself, and this is season year. The split ends, Fred Davis, the fastest skill player for the North. Dwayne Rennick, great week in practice catching the football according to his coaches. Center Tim Smith, Charles Call Me Tim Smith. The guards, Johnny Ewing on the left, a team captain from 4A Gaffney and a 4A player at Spartanburg, David Brumfield. Big set of guards. David Blackwell, massive at 265, and Dan Rogers playing hurt with a separated right shoulder. Al Usher, very intense, that former South Carolina Gamecock. Played for Paul Dietzel there. In fact, was on the 1969 ACC champs. For the South, on the other side of the football, the nose guard, Corey Dunlop. Rugged, he's also a wrestler. The tackles, Lane Dillinger, aggressive with 76 stops for Sumter, while Walker, the heaviest South player, at 285. The ends, Hazel Richardson, a captain, a Gamecock hitter with 100 stops, and Reynolds voted his high school's most athletic performer. Here's Willie Barber, 16 sacks for Fairfield this year. Faulkner, Lancaster's MVP. Moses, a 4A state champ at Hartsville, and Murray, 3A state champion Manning. And in the secondary, Brogdon, he can play quarterback too, and Ford, an MVP for Lakeview. And the head coach, Johnny Roscoe, calling this a team of winners. He played at Guilford, class of 1971. Baseball and track star too. Well, here we go. Fred Frazier putting the football on the tee. How's that for a physique for a kicker? The 5'11", 220-pounder out of Hartsville, state champion. Set to kick deep to Fred Davis from Burns. In single safety, a guy that can really fly. We told you he is the fastest player for Al Usher's North squad. On a clear yet crisp December afternoon, we're glad you're with us as the North meets the South in this All-Star Classic. Hit it off the side of his foot, Mike. Maybe nerves playing in a game like this.
I'd say so, Paul. The gentleman obviously has a body, kick the ball. If he can get that leg into it, he can certainly put it in the end zone.
He does, as you take a look at L.G. Reddick, our referee. It's an honor for those fellas to be selected to work this game, too.
It really is, Paul. They're well respected when they're selected by their peers to officiate a game of this caliber.
Illegal procedure, kicking team, re-kick, 5-yard penalty.
A look at the men who are honored by their peers, the South Carolina Officials Association. They'll receive a patch, which they'll wear throughout the rest of their careers on their uniforms, emblematic of having been selected to work this game. Well, we'll do it again. And Mr. Frazier, who booted, you mentioned his physique, he kicked a 51-yarder this year against Camden High School, so he can kick it if he can hit it squarely.
He sure can, Paul.
Now this one is squared, and it will be taken by Fred Davis. Davis up to the 30. Good field position as we open this afternoon. A return of 11 yards for Fred. And it's 1st and 10 for the North squad. Al Usher is going to run the wishbone this afternoon, and that's the man to do it. Brian Spurgeon at 5'8", from Lawrence High School. He's not a big guy, Mike. You really don't have to be to run the option.
I was getting ready to say, Paul, with his speed and his quickness, running the option without a wishbone is perfect for his physique.
1st and 10, and the football just across the 30. And he'll right it to his fullback on 1st down. First carry of the game by the captain and Kwame Moultrie out of Orangeburg Wilkinson High School, and the stop by the linebacker William Barber from Fairfield. Gain of 3.
I imagine we'll see a lot of Moultrie today, Paul. As you mentioned, he was elected a co-captain by his peers, which is quite an honor within itself.
2nd and 7. Football at the 33. Counter off the left side. It's Leon Wright.
Looks like we have a fumble on the field, Paul.
Pop loose as they dig to the bottom. Well, the South says they have it. This would be a big break if they do. And yes, that's the case. On the second snap of the game, it's William Barber from Fairfield, the linebacker who made the tackle on the first snap and recovers the fumble. The second play of the afternoon.
You can see the replay here. Fullback getting the ball is hit as he's going down. Number 51, Barber, chives on it for South Carolina.
Rolling right, Brew Pender, the quarterback. He's going to scramble inside the 30. Daylight at the 20. To the 11-yard line for Brew Pender. He led Barnwell to the state championship twice. Consecutive years, 87 and 88, and they're going without a huddle off the gain of 26, ready to go again. Johnny Roscoe said that he had a few tricks up his sleeve. No back offense. Gain of 26, and now the shuffle pass. The Utah pass to LaRon Gordon, and with speed, he's inside the 5 and out of bounds inside the 2. A scramble by the quarterback and Pender, and now the shuffle pass to the sprinter, LaRon Gordon.
2 quick plays there, large gains for the South squad. As you said, Johnny Roscoe want to go with a wide open offense. First time getting the football, wants to throw the ball. Now he's going with the no-huddle offense again. Like he's trying to get the ball in the end zone in a hurry here.
Well, now more traditional. They'll line it up in the I. The fullback is Kenny Gaithers out of Wando, and tiny LaRon Gordon, all of 5'6", maybe 150 at the tail. He played at Spring Valley. To the fullback, powering close to the goal line. And Gathers did not get in. It will be second and goal. Rising up to make the stop is the strong side tackle, number 71, Dan Pruitt.
A good hit by Pruitt there. He fought off a blocker, made the tackle right at the goal line and drove the back, but a good goal line stand there by the North squad.
Well, Al Usher, who was concerned throughout the week about this football game.
Back, we probably need to go switch so we can get full rushing.
We'll be listening to the coaches throughout the day. We have them mic'd for this one. Again, the fullback, and into the end zone. It's a touchdown. Carrying the ball, Shane Story. Out of Sacristy, a hometown boy from Myrtle Beach, scores the first 6 of the afternoon. It takes him but 3 or 4 snaps to pop it into the end zone.
That's right, Coach Roscoe going right at the North squad early, giving the ball nothing fancy to the fullback. Stewart getting in for the end zone, 6 points on the board early. Off
the turnover, they capitalized. And here is Kevin Raz to attempt the point after, Pender to hold. The soccer-style kicker pushed it right. It's no good. Take another look at the touchdown, Mike.
We see the touchdown here. Quarterback getting the ball. Nothing fancy. Right off the left guard. Great blocking up front by the left guard for the South squad. Stewart gets in for 6 points.
Yeah, he would have had a touchdown from 4 or 5 yards out. And give him 6. It's Joe Washington out of Hilton Head, a Seahawk. Scored 20 touchdowns in this his senior year. Timeout on the field, 12:49 remaining in the first quarter. And the South has indeed risen to a touchdown lead.
Shane Stewart and Shane Nicole, you don't even feel it after a touchdown like that.
No, that's great, man.
Just to dive up the middle?
Yeah.
You guys jump out like that, that should be a great afternoon.
Well, yeah, I hope to win, man. That's all I want.
All right, Shane, good job.
Thanks.
You're up on top right now. Let's go back up on top to Paul.
A moment he'll remember, Mike, forever. Well, they took him but 4 plays to go 37 yards following the fumble recovery. And here to kick for the second time in less than 3 minutes is Fred Frazier. Played for the Red Foxes at Hartsville. And there to receive, Fred Davis out of Burns. Excellent return man, close to 500 yards in his senior year. And with the wind behind him, Frazier drives it inside the 10. Up to the 20-yard line, and the stop made by Glenn Murray, hustling down there from Manning High School. An 11-yard return for young number 11 and Davis. Let's see what they can do with it this time. You know, an early turnover that your opponent punches into the end zone right away, puts you down deep.
It really does, and South capitalizing on the North's mistake. We will see North with the ball here, see if they can get something going out of the wishbone offense.
Here is Brian Spurgeon. He's all of 5'8", 155 pounds out of Lawrence. Inside handoff, right up the gut, work in the middle, off the wishbone. And on the carry is Kwame Moultrie. Moultrie, good size, 6 feet, 215 pounds. Indeed a college prospect. In fact, he's really a bright young man. He's ranked 9th in his class for the Bruins. Has an SAT score of close to 1,200.
That's great for a high school athlete with his caliber of talents on the athletic field and have academics behind him. That's something special.
Look how deep he's set, tight to the line of scrimmage in the wishbone. They're looking for him out on the flat, the far side, incomplete. It'll be 3rd and long. And in the fullback position, he was right on the backside of his quarterback in Spurgeon.
I'll tell you, Spurgeon had a man open that time downfield. Of course, the wishbone offense, you don't look to throw that many times out of it, as Coach Usher indicated before the game started. But he dropped back on the play action that time, threw to a man downfield who was open, just overthrew him a bit, Paul.
That possession snap, 3rd and 9. To the near side left, here comes the receiver, Fred Davis. And there seems to be some confusion, as Spurgeon has asked for a timeout. Timeout on the field there first with 11:45 showing. The South squad holding that touchdown lead. And 6-0. We'll be right back after these messages from your local station here on the North-South Football Network.
We got TV timeout. We got TV time. TV.
Entrance. Rest of road, please go to the press box entrance.
The AC Delco North-South All-Star Game live from Seahawk Stadium here in Myrtle Beach on a sunny Saturday afternoon with Christmas a week away. And it's come early too, Mike, for the South squad, benefiting from that early turnover and punching it in for a touchdown.
Really have, Paul. Now we see North faced with a 3rd and long situation. It's certainly a throwing situation with Coach Usher. Be interested if he comes out in the wishbone or comes out in the power I set.
First 3rd down situation for either team. Let's see what Al Usher called as the head coach. In the bone again. And it's throwing time for Spurgeon. Under pressure and down he'll go. The sack is made by Deron Reynolds out of Aiken. And that Green Hornet, the most athletic member of the Green Hornet squad this year. You see the tackle total with this game's first sack. A critical play and a loss of 8 yards.
For the South squad coming out with their second big play of the game.
And now to punt. And getting it away is Chuck Wilson. Fair catch called for and made at the 45 or close to the 40-yard line of the South squad by Glenn Murray. And again, exceptional field position for the South. They take over at the 37 and now here at the 41 following a kick of only 28 yards into a... They had the wind behind him. But on first down, this is Pender. Looking to throw and got it on the run. And it's caught downfield at the 26-yard line. On the receiving end, Charles Goodwin.
Well, great play there by Pender, the quarterback, to buy himself some time. He had a little pressure coming, had to scramble out of the pocket, looked downfield, saw his receiver open, and got enough yardage for the first down.
A great grab on the dive by Goodwin from Lower Richland High School at 6 feet 4 inches tall. Cradled the ball nicely. Gain of 15. It's 1st and 10 here in the first quarter. And the tailback, and LaRon Gordon picks up a few. Gordon, with that kind of size, must have a great deal of speed. But he told me last night, Mike, he also sees the field well. I've heard a quarterback seeing it well, but a running back?
Very important, Paul. Running back, when he gets the ball, must see the field well, see his blocking, know how to follow his blocks there. That way he can scope the field out, know which direction he needs to go to. If he has to cut back against the grain, he can do it.
2nd and 7 for the South. 23. Breaking through and into the clearance. Kenny Gathers, and Gathers down to the 7-yard line. He nearly lost the ball on the inside veer. Had to gather it back up from his hip. It manages to ramble for 16 yards. Watch the trouble he has with the football.
Watch the replay. As he gathers the ball in, he does have trouble getting it. We see the power, the wishbone there. He runs downfield well, gets another first down for the South squad. It looks like they're going to put another 6 points here early on the North squad.
To the top of your screen, the wide receiver, Calvin Williams. And to the bottom, Joe Washington. And on the toss and headed into the end zone, it's a touchdown for Kevin Rash. The end around for 7. And the score. 2 quick touchdowns, and this game is barely 5 minutes old.
I'll tell you, we've seen so many sets from Coach Roscoe thus far. We've seen no back sets, the I set, 1 back sets. Now we see the reverse. And Coach Roscoe just throwing many things at the North squad. As here again, we'll look at the replay on the touchdown. You see the quarterback coming out, Bender faking to the tailback up the middle, comes across with the receiver, Rust on the reverse. He dives in for the score.
2 quick touchdowns. Take another look at it.
One more angle here. You see the fake coming around the reverse. He has great blocking upfield, makes a good cut inside, dives in, gets across the end zone.
Kenny Rash, 6'2", 185 out of Richland Northeast. Cavalier, hopping it in. He's really a versatile guy. Is Rash, who scored. He played tight end, punts, kicks, defensive back.
Look, you don't have to go 10 yards. All we got to do is go about.
And the quarterback.
Be ready.
And quarterback, too. Johnny Roscoe in the huddle. Let's listen in.
Spread them out. Make sure you get set on. Y'all got about, I think got about a minute and a half or something like that. Better run that ball. There we go, y'all.
He went out to the huddle on the field to join his team.
You can certainly tell that Coach Roscoe, with his enthusiasm for the game, that he is certainly a player's coach. They really respect him. We heard him give him a big hoot last night when he was introduced from his South squad at the banquet, and they really like him and respect him well.
Well, having missed the earlier extra point, he's going for 2 here. Quarterback Pender sets him down. 5 receivers, trips to the top of your screen. He's looking for a pick in the corner and will throw it. And it's batted down. Knocked down by the Norse, Rich Chalk, who dove to slap it away. And watch, Mike, I think they're running the pick in the near side.
They are trying to. They got 2 receivers on the wide side. Quarterback rolls out that way, buys himself some time, but is hit with pressure as he releases it, throws into the end zone, but the ball is knocked away by the North defender.
He was looking for Joe Washington and could not connect. Nonetheless, he's leading by a dozen. 2 first-quarter touchdowns. Back in a moment here in Myrtle Beach. Kevin Rast having scored the touchdown, and Steve, 2 quick pops by the South. They're leading by a dozen.
Job, and a guy who did a great job all season this year for the Citadel. Made a lot of headlines in the state of South Carolina, Charlie Teff. Charlie, you just signed a new 4-year contract. Congratulations.
Well, thank you, Steve. Appreciate it. And I think that's important for our program to be able to recruiting now, which is what we're doing here, but be able to talk to a young man and tell him you've got a 4-year contract and you're going to be there the entire time that he's there. I think that's important.
Charlie, good to see you here today. Congratulations.
Thank you, Steve. Appreciate it.
All right, Charlie Teff, who was in the 1AA playoffs, lost to Georgia Southern, who played for the championship tonight. Back up to you.
It's Furman, Steve, along with Georgia Southern this evening. And we wish the Paladins a great deal of luck. 12-0 our score here. We've yet to play 6 minutes this afternoon. As Fred Frazier is going to kick off for a 3rd time. Kicking deep to Fred Davis. Nice kick to the 6. Davis angling to the far sideline. Cracked and knocked down as he sails across the 30-yard line. In on the stop for the South squad, number 51, and William Barber. Return of 19. Take a look at the numbers, Mike.
Wow, looking at total offense here, as you see, South was 78. The North has been stopped with no yards on total offense. South defense doing a great job on the North offense.
A new quarterback. It's Al Leroy from Seneca. 5'11", 170. Bouncing outside. Larry Ryans from Greenwood. Ryans across the 30 and up to the 31. That's the first net rushing yard today for the North.
See a replay here. The power back coming right up the middle. Cuts the ball outside. He makes a good cut off his blocks there, but is tackled for a short gain.
Hazel Richardson, the defensive end, in on the tackle. Gain of 6, 2nd and 4. Until that play, the North squad had run 4 snaps and been held about a yard. He wants to throw. Over the middle, nearly intercepted. intercepted. At midfield with a diving effort, Terry Moses. Moses, the free safety, broke on the ball, nearly had it, Mike.
See a replay here. Leroy dropping back early. Makes a throw early there to the receiver, number 40, Ricky Chalk, that was looking downfield. Did not look back at the quarterback in time. Incomplete pass there.
Third down. Now and 4. Hit twice and down in the backfield. Nowhere for Ryans to go, and Kelvin Ford out of Lakeville, that wild gator.
Well, see the replay here again. Ryan's getting the ball in the backfield, makes a nice move to get away from one tackler, but as then the rest of the pursuit of the South squad comes back and makes the tackle in the backfield.
Darren Reynolds hit him first. Here's the punt. A short kick. The fair catch made by Terry Moses. The punt by Chucky Wilson sailed only 27 yards. He's had 1 of 28. Now 1 of 27, even with the wind at his back. And the South squad leading 12-0 has the football back here in the first quarter with 7:58 showing. Let's go down to Steve on the field.
Kevin Rast of Richland Northeast, a touchdown. You're up 13-0. What was that play?
It was just a tight end reverse, and we had our guard Maceo pulling around in, and he blocked the defensive back, and I just read his block, and it was there.
You guys have showed more intensity, I think, this week than anyone even imagined. You guys have been fired up.
Yes, sir, we have. We've been hitting full contact every day, and we heard that they just going against sleds and everything. We ready to hit, and I don't think they are.
All right, good job, buddy.
Thanks a lot.
All right, Kevin Rast of Richland Northeast, back up to you in the booth.
A new quarterback, Steve and Mike. Nate Lewis, and there is LaRon Gordon. Carries for, well, he loses 3 on the play. The sweep off the left side. Darren Calhoun from McCormick High School made the stop for the North. It is 2nd and 13. And that is Lewis under center with the I formation. And off the counter, Gordon, spin move. And Gordon ahead to the 44-yard line. How quick was that?
Well, Ryan Gordon making a great move there in the backfield to get away from a tackler and to get some good yards on the play. We'll see the replay here. Lewis handing the ball off to Gordon. Make a good spin move right there to get away from the tackler. Gets upfield and gets some good yardage on the play where it looked like he was going to be dropped in the backfield for a loss.
Calhoun made the stop, but D.T. Comer has to say which way did he go. It's 3rd and 10. They lost 3, gained 3. And Nate Lewis on the slant route connects with Damon Bradley. And Bradley earns the first down. Chalk on the stop from the secondary. Bradley out of North Myrtle Beach. Moved from quarterback. In fact, one of 5 quarterbacks drafted by Johnny Roscoe. Did not catch a pass in this his senior season, yet he has a big grab there of 15.
Well, we see Bradley there wide open. Lewis delivering the ball to him on time, getting the first down yardage.
And it's first down with that 2-touchdown lead. And they're running Gordon, and he is slicing to the 35-yard line, into the 34. Gained 6 or 7 yards on the play, and the strong safety Ricky Nash out of Northwestern in Rock Hill, South Carolina, knocked him down. See Damon Bradley returning with the play. Johnny Roscoe shuttling his wide receivers, Mike, to bring in the play. Which did you prefer, to have him signal it or have it run into it?
Well, I'd prefer to call him myself.
Did you call him yourself?
No, I did not. I did not.
To the air, going deep for Bradley. Incomplete at the 10-yard line, and he had a stride on the defender and Rich Chalk. Chalk over there along with Todd Logan, the free safety.
Well, Bradley was open on the play. You see Lewis is taking the 3-step drop and laying it up for Bradley, just trying to put air under the ball, let him run under it. I think the wind at his back may have gotten a hold of the ball and carried it a little bit further than he wanted to.
It is 3rd and 4. And the football at the 35. Inside the fullback with a flag down, Shane Stewart, who has a touchdown earlier, drives for what would be the first down. But let's see what the referee signals, and when the umpire throws it, that's usually the call.
Usually is. He threw it right in the middle of the line of scrimmage. As you see, the South is getting great movement on the North defensive front and getting, as you said, a first down there, but it's going to be nullified because of the penalty.
The first penalty of this afternoon, and it will go in Al Usher's favor. He says, march him back. push him away from that goal line.
I think that's a welcome break for Al Usser right now. The North team is just getting moved. The ball is being moved on them all up and down the field, but it's a good break here to move them back.
Offense, still third down.
10 yards.
They
The
pinch
penalty of 10 yards sets up 3rd and 14 yards to go.
Go your regular punt.
And Nate Lewis, out of West Florence, being recruited by South Carolina, Clemson, Duke, Furman, and Georgia Tech. See what he does on 3rd and long. Play action and rolling against the grain. He's going to tuck it and run. Close to the, in fact, well, let's say about 1.5 yards shy of the first down. Gained 11, if not 12. I had great acceleration when he decided off the run-pass option to keep it on the ground.
That was a great effort by Lewis, as you said. I think it was run all the way. I think he wanted, Coach Roscoe just told him to stuck the ball after the fake, as we'll see here on the replay. You see Lewis coming out with the fake to the tailback, and I think he's just looking to run all the way. He sees some clear ground out there. He had a receiver open, actually, but he elected to run it. They're going for a first down here on 4th down.
Now on 4th and 3, they load up the eye. And the little man in Gordon. First down to the 30-yard line. He needed 3+, and he gets 4.
Stop by Chuck.
Tiny and durable. Put that head down.
And I tell you, Coach Roscoe's showing a lot of confidence in his offense there. He has said during the week that he really wants to put some points on the board with multiple offenses. He keeps throwing it at the North squad there, going on the 4th and short for the first down and getting it.
5 minutes remaining in this, the first quarter, and the South with the football and the lead at 12-0. On first down, nowhere to go. That's big Corey Luche, all 6'8" of him. Huge at 270 with the stop. Shane Stewart is crunched.
Well, let's watch the Shea get in the backfield here, just disrupt the play between the quarterback and fullback. Actually, the ball falls on the ground on the exchange there, but Lewis is alert enough to dive on it before the North can get to it.
Carolina Greenville, a mountain of a man. 2nd down and 10, no gain on the play. Stewart will remember that stuff. Quick hitch, sideline, too high. The intended receiver, Charles Goodwin, and a flag down. Been running that hot route, Mike.
Well, it's been open. The North squad has given him a large cushion there, about a 10-yard cushion. That pass was just overthrown. The receiver was open. But I'm sure they'll take it as long as they can get it.
D.T. Cromer conferring with the referee, L.J. Rennick. Obviously against the South squad. A second holding call of the same drive.
Still 2nd down.
10 yards.
Detroit right, 37.
2nd down, 20.
The play by Johnny Roscoe.
41.
Detroit. No.
Sound like he said Detroit right, 37. And I don't know what that means, Paul, but we'll see right here.
Sounds awfully big city for a guy from Lancaster High School. You see this drive. On the counter, Gordon. And with second effort, put that hand down and got a couple more to the 35-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Pick up a 5. 3rd down now and 15.
Gordon is really impressive as a running back, Paul. He's made some good moves out there. They're putting the ball in his hand from the tailback position. He's making great moves, getting good yardage from the South squad. He's getting excellent blocking also, and he is following his blocking very well.
Hey, he's 5'6", 5'7", but he's being recruited by Alabama. Some big programs looking at that young man.
That means there is some talent there in that young man's head.
3rd down, 15 yards to go. Here time for Nate Lewis. Running out of time, and he'll be sacked. Well, he unloads it and has his fullback and Stewart, or rather a guard, take it down. It's an offensive lineman who made the grab. Anthony Gordon did not expect that out of Dillon High School, as Lewis will be flagged for intentional grounding.
Gordon showed he's got good hands there as Lewis was right on him and rifled it to him. Looked like Lewis in trouble there with the pressure on him. Just tried to get rid of it, but rifled it right at Gordon, made the catch.
Intentional grounding. Offense, loss of down. 4th down.
Well, to Gordon's credit, he made the catch.
We'll see a replay here with Lewis. He drops back in the pocket. Pressure comes on him, so he tries to scramble to buy himself some time. The last second, he just fires it in the ground, but Gordon is there with the catch.
He made the stop. Kevin Rask will punt on 4th and a mile. He'll be kicking into a pretty good wind. He handles the low snap, and it is blocked at the 35-yard line. And the North gets a big break. Roderick Edmond recovers it. The block looked to be by Shannon Galt. Either he or Houston Ross. Take a look at it.
We see a low snap here. The punter scoops it up nicely. And we see it looks like Edmond making the block there. Blocks the punt, and we see the first break for the North squad. And they get the ball in good field position for a change.
Do not have a good number on that. Could have been Chuck Wilson. Yeah, there he is.
It was.
Chuck Wilson on the block. And down by 2 touchdowns, Al Usher finally has something to smile about. Back after these messages from your local North-South stations.
At the VIP 10.
Entire drive. 12-0. The South leading the North here in Seahawks Stadium in Myrtle Beach. And Steve Bartelstein, would this be the place you would spend your honeymoon?
Probably not. This would not be the place. This is Bobby Strickland, a very beautiful young lady. Her husband, Mark, is an assistant coach up in the box right now. You moved your wedding date to last night, so Mark could coach today?
That's right. We are one big happy family, and we wanted Coach Roscoe to be able to come, but unfortunately he couldn't make it.
You begin your honeymoon tomorrow in Vermont.
Right.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, Bobby, back up to you in the booth.
And the lucky groom is somewhere up here with us this afternoon. 3 minutes remaining in the first quarter, and the North getting a big break off the blocked punt. Has the football for the first time in South Territory. Al Arroyo, the quarterback. And the handoff is to Chuck Wilson, the man who blocked the punt. And Chuck earns 3. Wilson out of Clinton High School, a 1,000-yard rusher this year with 17 touchdowns for the Red Devils.
Gain of 3.
Well, Wilson getting the ball there on first down, getting about 3 yards on the play. Tough yardage right up the middle of the gut to the Big South defensive front.
Richardson on the stop. It's Fred Davis coming wide this way. Second down, and inside handoff to Larry Ryans at the tail. And Ryans is stopped by Deron Reynolds out of Aiken. Interesting situation now. You got about 3rd and 7 here in a drive you really want to post something with.
Well, they are in a crucial situation. As you see, they got the ball in good field position for a change. They've not done much with it on 1st and 2nd down. They're faced with a 3rd and long here. I'd say we had to see them go to the air.
The trip set to the top of your screen. And Leroy is going deep. He is thinking 6 if he can get it. And it's intercepted. Pulled down by Bernard Brogdon out of East Clarendon, intended for the wide receiver, Fred Davis. Brogdon with the interception, and it's a big one. From Turbyville, South Carolina, he went up the ladder with Fred Davis and came down with the ball.
We'll see Leroy here dropping back to throw the ball. 3rd down and long. He goes for all of the broke. Going for the touchdown here. Throws it up for grabs. You see 3 defenders, 3 players there going for it. And we see South squad with Brogdon coming down with the interception. South is backed up to the end zone, but they have the ball.
Terry Moses defensively was back there with Brogdon, so with that 2-touchdown lead, it is first down inside your 5. And Nate Lewis has a little bit of trouble with the handoff, keeps it, and falls forward for a yard. He tried to give it to his fullback, and after he gathers, exchange was not good.
I think that's some things that happen in a week of preparation like this, Paul. They're not really, the timing is not always there. A lot of teams running the wishbone or the veer option. Timing is crucial, and they have to work on it day in and day out. They've only had a week to work together. I'm sure their timing is a bit off.
Got a minute to go in the first quarter. High formation, that's Gathers the fullback, and Gordon the tailback. Slicing for 5. Every time he touches the ball, it's 4, 5, or 6 yards.
Tell you, and here with 50 seconds left in the first quarter also, we'll see a replay. Gordon getting the ball from the opposition tailback, and gets a great block there from the center, cuts off the block well, and gets good yardage right out the middle of the field. As you said, Paul, every time he has received the ball today or gotten the ball on a handoff, on a pass play, he's got good yardage.
3rd and 5, and he's a good bet to get it here. A fellow who rushed for 1,724 yards and 18 touchdowns this year. Reads like a career. They want to run the option. The quarterback, Lewis, cannot get the pitch off to Gordon. In there to break it up, Mike Caldwell. Caldwell, the nose guard. A great play. Lyman out of Great Falls. And as the first quarter draws to a close, the South squad is going to be punting. It's the end of the first quarter. We'll swing it around, and the South will have benefit of the win. But an exceptional play by Mike Caldwell to set up the punt.
Caldwell showing his quickness there. Ball getting to it, stopping them before they get to the first down. Turning over to their offense now.
Al Usher feels things turning for his North squad. Period number 2 just ahead, and the South owns the first one, 12-0. Sunday afternoon as the second quarter begins. The South owns the first, 12-0. They scored those first 2 touchdowns in a matter of about 5 minutes, Mike.
They got on the board in a hurry.
11 bands competing. Competition here at the North-South Festival. You see the winners: Myrtle Beach, Manor High School in second place, and Timminsville finishing 3rd in Division B. And in Division A in the marching band competition, Sacristy from right here in Myrtle Beach, Conway, and Georgetown. Not too far from here either. It's great to see them here. A lot of pomp and pageantry. Seahawks Stadium. First play of the second quarter. And it will be kicking time. And to do so, the fellow who scored the touchdown on the end around, Kevin Reyes. Tumbles off his foot. This is Fred Davis. Scoop it up at the 45, and down he goes. Bernard Brogdon with jets on. Flew down the field. He's out of East Clarendon. And he made the stop. They lose 5. A 44-yard kick with the roll. What a play by Brogdon.
Well, Brogdon doing a great job here. As you see, the ball's being fielded by Davis off the hop. Brogdon is right there on his back as he receives it, takes him down. Brogdon has made 2 key plays for the South squad.
And Davis, even though he has great speed, you can't do anything when you don't get a lot of help.
That's right. You got to have that blocking.
Ryan Spurgeon will open the game back in at quarterback, and the cadence changes, and we have a procedure call.
There again, I think that's with the timing of the teams here. We see different quarterbacks coming in and out, different cadences and different timings between the quarterbacks and the way they shout their cadences. Of course, the center snapped the ball. The quarterback was not ready for it.
Well, this has not been a case of the North defense not being
39.
strong and effective today. It has rather been the offense unable to hold on to the football, and you see why.
That's right. We see the first quarter stats. The South dominating with 113 total yards to the North squad with 7.
Yeah, the North squad has yet to earn a first down. Inside a handoff to Captain Kwame Moultrie, and into the waiting arms of the linebacker, William Barber.
The ball carrier stopped by Kelvin.
Moultrie rather, is a steady running back. And he's only touched the ball 4 times today. Spurgeon makes the call.
And every piece of yardage he gets is tough yardage ball going right up the middle from that fullback position.
Second down and 11. Play action. Spurgeon, quick release. Broken up. The intended receiver, Dwayne Rennick, the tight end out of York High School. Rennick up at the South 45-yard line. Murray, the defensive back out of Manning High School, popped in good. Played on a 3A championship team there, did Glenn Murray out of Manning. A monarch at Manning, and he can hit you.
A lot of these guys on these teams, or both of these teams, are a lot of talent out on the field. They are here to hit, and they're here to play, and we see a lot of hitting thus far. I'm sure we're going to see a lot as the game progresses.
Davis, the wide out to the bottom of your screen on 3rd down and 11. Off play action, throwing. That's a first down to Davis. All the way across midfield and down to the South 29-yard line. A gain of 28 yards when the North really had to have a big play.
We see Spurgeon on a replay here, faking to the tailback. He sprints out, makes a good move there to get by himself some time. Sets up, throws the ball, delivers it to Davis, who makes a great catch on the sidelines. Brogdon is there to bring him down, but not before he gets a first down. I believe it's the first one we've seen today for the North team.
A fella who had 600 yards in receptions this year in Davis. The counter option. Inside a handoff to Larry Ryans. And Ryans drives it to the 25 and the 24-yard line. 6 feet, 175 pounds. That was, is that Moultrie on the carry? Yeah, my mistake. Kwame Moultrie on the carry, and he picks up 5.
Moultrie continues to get the ball going right up the middle of the field and is starting to get better blocking from his offensive line and is getting good yardage on first down. Now it's 2nd and 5.
And Kwame, 5 carries, 15 yards. And here's Leon Wright, touching it for the first time. Running back out of Central, where he played for Al Usher. At Pageland High School, 710 rushing yards and 9 touchdowns. It is 3rd down and long 3.
We already had the formation call when you call the thing. You're going to call something, you get the formation real quick.
Talking to his coaches about what and how quickly they're able to get the play in. Big hole. Leon Wright. First down, the drive stays alive. To the 10-yard line he sails, and Terry Moses comes up from the secondary to make the stop. Gain of 12.
Well, Coach Usher continues to keep the ball on the ground at 3rd down, going for the first down here. You see the handoff going to Wright. Makes good move off the blocking. Great blocking by the left side of the offensive line of the North squad. And he gets down good yardage for the first down right on the 10-yard line now, going in for a score.
With 12 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the first half and down 12-0. This drive is very important, so they put it in the steady hands of Kwame Moultrie. To the 7-yard line, and it's William Barber out of Fairfield High School in Winsboro who makes the stop. Played at Fairfield Central, did Barber. He's been everywhere defensively in the first half.
So that South squad in this series has been out on the field a long time. Barber has been on a great many plays for the South squad, making good defensive stops there.
Gain of 3. 2nd down and 7 yards to go. Mixed up in the backfield. Trying to get the ball to Leon Wright. The South squad says it came loose when Wright ran into the quarterback. Which way does it go?
Waiting on the official's call here.
It did indeed. What a turnover. At long drive.
Recovers the fumble.
And Duran Reynolds recovers the fumble. You drive all the way down there, and Duran Reynolds, you saw him trying to keep it away from the referee and L.J. Rennick.
I didn't take it.
Here's Al Usher talking to his running back.
You want to take a step and then come back. You got there too quick. That's all right. That's better drives. Good job. Good job. That's all right. We're going to get it. Let's go defense in the play.
A 9-play, 50-yard drive that consumed 3:25. Stalls inside the 10. Back in a minute here in Myrtle Beach. For the South, leading the North as we set the South offense. And there is Captain Brew Pender, the quarterback for the 2-time state champion. Kenny Gathers, the fullback, headed to the Citadel, and LaRon Gordon having a great game, the smallest and quickest player out here today. The fastest receiver in Stacy Anderson. The ends, Devon Bradley moved from quarterback to split end, has caught a big one this afternoon, and Jared Baker, 2nd-generation Bowl participant. The center, well, there are the guards, and Montgomery and Hossinger. And the tackles, and Shane Stevens, 3A state champion. Gordon idolizes the great Reggie White. A bad man. Hold up as a hero. Steve down on the field, and that was a costly fumble.
We're down here with the Myrtle Beach Seahawk band. They were the lower class champions this year. This is Kenneth, Chris, and Brian. And Brian, you guys practice like a football team, don't you? A lot of hours.
Oh yeah, 2 hours, 4 hours a week.
4 hours a week, and you got to stay together and practice a lot.
Yes, sir.
All right, you sound great this afternoon. We'll hear from them also at halftime. Back up to you.
Thanks, Steve. A fumble. It is Gordon that lays it down, and it turns right around. Off the pitch, Gordon gives it up at his 10-yard line, and the man on the spot is Mike Caldwell, the nose guard.
Here we'll see the replay on the triple option. Quarterback comes down, makes his pitch, but you see great defense there, knocks the ball loose. The ball is laying on the ground. The North squad comes up with it, a big play for the defense of the North team.
Caldwell hit him a ton. He's a 200-pounder with 83 tackles in this his senior year. Off the left side, Leon Wright.
Leon Wright, the ball carrier.
Yeah. You know, when Wright fumbled a moment ago, running into his quarterback, wasn't much Al could say to him before he had played for Al Usher. Hey, you'd think it might be someone else that wasn't familiar with what you were going to do offensively, but here's a young man who'd been in his program for 4 years. Al's been at Pageland for 15.
That shows his confidence, though. He comes back with the next play, gives the ball to him again, knowing that he's going to hang on to it.
2nd and 9. They can pick up a first down without scoring if they can manage to hold on to the football. And on a chilly day, and playing with unfamiliar teammates, we've seen that happen on more than one occasion.
We've got a lot of sunshine here today, Paul, which is good weather for football, but we've got a strong wind, which is a cold wind coming. It looks like it's coming off the ocean, and it makes it very hard, tough to hang on to the football.
That's our 3rd North quarterback of the afternoon, J.P. Gary, out of Greenwood High School. Gary, the quarterback, number 7, looking at 3rd and 10. He's a tall one, isn't he?
A good size for quarterback, has no problem seeing over the line.
He's 6'3", and he's peering over the line now. Oh, it's tuck it and run time. And he can't get back to the line of scrimmage. Excellent play by the captain, Hazel Richardson, the defensive standout. The Sumter Gamecock read it perfectly and made the stop.
Well, we see North face with a 3rd and 10. They're going to go with the run all the way. J.P. Grace faking to the tailback and is coming out on the sprint. No pass there at all. They're going to tuck it away and going for the run. Did not get the first down as Hazel Richardson there to make a great defensive play for the South squad.
Billy Collar to attempt from 30 yards out of the hold of Al Leroy. The stiff breeze blowing into his face. And the North has one too many men on the field, so Collar has to wait a moment. From 30 yards away. No, sir. Had an angle to his left and misread it. Pushed it right. The South is held and will get the football back with 8:57 left in the first half. And the South leading at 12-0. We'll be right back after these messages from your local station here on the North-South Network. Okay. 8 minutes, 57 seconds remaining in the first half, and the South may lead Mike Epley 12-0, but following those quick early touchdowns on their first 2 possessions, they have since punted twice and fumbled. They have the football now.
Well, it looks like the North team has settled down a bit. South jumped on them 2 quick times early, but since then they've settled down. They're playing the fine football now.
Rupinder handing to Gordon, who coughed it up. His last carry, but here falling forward is out across the 25 to the 26-yard line. Nets 6 for the Viking. Look at all those Viking awards that he's earned there on that hit.
Seeing a replay with Gordon, get the ball up the middle from the tailback position. Good blocking up front again. He follows his blocking well.
On 2nd down, Pender in trouble. Now he can scramble, loses the ball, and it's Gordon to hop on it. Pender can run around, but he got a wicked lick laid on him by number 64, Darrell Calhoun from McCormick, causing the ball to come loose.
That's the 2nd time we've seen Pender drop back in the pocket, being pressured, and he tucks the ball in and runs the ball himself. This time he went up the middle of the field, but as you said, Paul, as going for that extra yard as he was popped very nicely and fumbled the ball, but for South, luckily for them, they could recover the ball with Gordon jumping on it.
One thing Brew was able to do is avoid a big loss, so he only faces 3rd and 4 now. The football spotted at his 26, must get to the 30, with flagged out. The reverse, and it's Ryan Sowing off the option, and it's caught at the 31-yard line. Bernard Brogdon on the receiving end, off Rast rather than Ryan with the throw.
We do have a flag now.
And I think it's going to go against the South.
Illegal procedure call there against the South. Negate that fine play.
Of 41 yards. That's a 46-yard penalty. Well, we've seen Rast.
Okay, the other man went on. Okay, good. 83 is a flanker. Hey, what was it?
You hear Johnny Roscoe questioning the penalty.
Illegal procedure.
Was he on the line of scrimmage to the far side?
3rd down.
Coach Roscoe is bound and determined that he drew it up and it should have worked. I like the way Rast threw that football. He scored a touchdown on the end around today. Really versatile. Rast says his favorite player is Jim Jenkins, who plays at the Miami Dolphins, or Jim Jensen, rather. Number 11 for the Dolphins.
He is very much like him, very versatile. just like Jensen that time when we saw him throw the ball. As we saw earlier, he run the ball at the same play, got the score, but this time he got the ball, looked downfield, lofted it up for a great catch, great throw.
Timeout on the field. And the South squad will take it with 7:22 showing. Brew Pender over to talk to his head coach in Johnny Roscoe. So we'll step aside as well. It is the South leading over Al Usher's North 12-0 back in just a moment. The North 12-0, but the North's defense has played well. Let's meet them and begin with the nose guard, Mike Caldwell. He's a fullback too. Great tackler. The tackles are Dan Pruitt from Belton Honeypath. He's had a great week, along with Chuck Munzingo, a 3-time lineman of the year. You see Houston Ross, Roderick Edmond. Linebackers, Darren Calhoun, a quiet and a great hitter, and D.T. Cromer, 3-year letterman. Had a big play today. Larry Ryans and Randy Jeter. On the corner, Jeter, a 4-year letterman. Maybe headed to Clemson. Todd Logan and Ricky Nash. Logan is the defensive signal caller for the North this afternoon. That defense has played well.
They really have. After this first couple of scores by the South, they've settled down. They've really held South to not many yards on the ground or in the air.
It is third down and about 11 from the 21. Off the counter, Gordon. Juking, and he cannot get free. Trying to clear himself of Mike Caldwell. Caldwell did not move. And it's fourth down and time to kick.
While we look at the penalty situation thus far in the game, we see the North squad with only one penalty. They played fine football for a 5-yard penalty. The South has 5, netting 37 yards, but that last penalty that the South squad had ended up costing them off that reception 48 yards.
And Rast is the guy that threw it. He'll be kicking here. He scored a touchdown, too. It's Fred Davis to receive. Davis runs up, catches it at the South 48-yard line, but his knee went down. A 29-yard punt with a 1-yard return, as the North will get the football back again in South territory.
Will be
Al Leroy is the quarterback out of Seneca. And regarded by his coaching staff, Al Usher and company, is the best passer among the 4 quarterbacks on this North team. He can throw the ball. And he's going to the air, going to the boundary, and he has it complete. And out of bounds at the 40-yard line as Richardson makes the stop on the receiving end, Fred Davis.
Fred Davis running just a simple out route there. The quarterback dropping back, making a good throw. It's a long throw over there to the sidelines, but he made a great throw off of it. Leroy obviously can throw the football, as you said earlier, Paul.
Gain of 7 on the play.
Right, as long as you don't go
Davis with his second reception, 35 yards. And here's Leroy. Second down. Open. Complete. Rick Chalk, first down. Boom, boom. They're inside the 30 to the 27-yard line. William Barber on the stop. Steve Arnoldstein down on the field. What do you have?
Well, I've got the toughest job in the whole world, right? Belton Honeypath cheerleaders, and they said, hey, Steve, come on over here. We got a cheer for you. I'll let you guys do that cheer for me one more time. You ready? Go.
The South is good, but our team is better.
All right, so the North is coming back, they say. Back to
Great hit on the running back, Kelvin Ford. Chucky Wilson carrying the football. I'm used to seeing him in number 63, his practice jersey this week. Kelvin Ford in on the stop. Watch the way Ford hits him thigh high, yet doesn't take him down.
Well, see Chuck Wilson with good balance here. He's hit, as you said, right at his thighs. Keeps that balance and stays on his feet, but ends up losing yards on the play.
Yeah, he had to use an old practice jersey this week, number 63. They made him an honorary lineman. He practiced all week at fullback position at number 63. Bouncing outside Larry Ryans. Ryans inside the 30, down to the 29-yard line. Out of Greenwood, at Eagle. Hazel Richardson, pardon me, Mike, on the stop again.
We see Coach Usher, instead of bringing in plays with wide receivers or running backs, he's interchanging quarterbacks. He had J.P. Gray in at quarterback at that position. Now he's bringing back in Leroy with a play, and obviously a throwing situation. He wants Leroy in because he can throw the football.
And it's 3rd and 12, and Leroy is 2 for 3 through the air. Sets nicely, throws it behind his intended receiver. Mix-up. Davis slanted over the middle, and Leroy threw it behind him as if expecting Davis to break to the outside.
That's what it was. It looked like just a mix-up in the timing there. Leroy, as you said, throwing it behind the receiver. The receiver was open. He probably had enough yards for the first down, too, if they would have connected. Because like they've got a 4th down here and about 12. The North team, knowing that they need to score with only 4:42 left in the first half, they're going to go for it.
Al Usher saying that this is the hardest that he has ever worked in coaching. They didn't hit the sack before 2 a.m. any day this week. See if that hard work pays off on 3rd and long, or 4th and long, rather. Oh, he overshoots again the intended receiver, and Tony Robinson, the 6'1" and 180 pounds out of Rock Hill, he was open between the defenders and just a little high.
He was open. Leroy made the throw to him. That throw was high, but there again, if he catches it, he doesn't have enough yardage for the first down.
All right, let's go. Back him up, 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 back him up.
12-0. The South leading with 4.5 minutes remaining here in the first half. We'll be back right after these messages from your local North-South station. The South has the football and the lead. Mike Epley, here the AC Delco North-South All-Star game. But 4 minutes and 38 seconds. All that's left here in the first half.
Well, after those first 2 scores that South put on the board, we've seen the game really settle down. Not much offense either way. The defense have played outstanding games.
The quarterback, Brew Pender, handing inside, and there is running room and more for Kenny Gathers out of Wando High School, and that Wando Warrior earns the first down all the way up to the 40-yard line. A gain of 10.
We'll see a replay here with the first down yardage. The fullback getting it. Going to arrive at the middle of the field. That is Gathers with the first down yardage. Great running there by Gathers.
3 carries, 26 yards for Kenny. And first down. Stacy Anderson to the bottom of your screen. Inside handoff, why not? Up across the 45, the Gathers to the 46. Oh boy, he's running hard between the tackles and getting some help too on that left side.
Well, Gathers doing a great job running the football, but of course he could not do it without his offensive line. As you said, Paul, that left side offensive line is opening some holes for him, doing a great job for him.
A gain of 7. 17 yards on 2 carries. When you have a tailback like Gordon in the same backfield with that guy, what a tandem. 2nd down and 3. Pender may be calling at the line of scrimmage. And just as you're praising the line, Fred Frazier jumps. Well, Fred got this game started by kicking it out of bounds. And now the dubious distinction of coming offside.
Well, interesting note, Paul, as we went to that last commercial break. Number 70 for the South squad, Shane Stevens.
Dead ball, encroachment, defense, first down.
So I was saying Shane Stevens went off the field on crutches. I'm not sure of the extent of his injury, but he has gone off the field and he's been treated by doctors at the time.
48.
Live from Seahawks Stadium in sunny, if crisp, Myrtle Beach, the AC Delco North-South All-Star game. With the first down, the South leading 12-0, and now in North Territory. Brew Pender hands to Leron Gordon. Gordon, for about a yard. He came in fine fashion, did he not? Old St. Nick descending from the heavens, not with his reindeer and sleigh, but rather by parachute. Merry Christmas to you too, sir. 2nd and 9, only got a yard. Got 2:50 now to go. North defense has been on the field a long time in the first half. The South spreading the field. Off the reverse with the football. It's Joe Washington. Washington to the 36-yard line. Washington, that Hilton Head Seahawk.
Ball carrier stopped by Ricky Nash.
Who's a receiver as well as a running back. Picks up 11 on the play, Steve Bertelstein.
With us right now, Miles Aldrich. He's the assistant coach at Clemson. Coach, you got a big citrus game coming up against Oklahoma.
All right, we're looking forward to it. We leave tomorrow to go to Florida and start practice Monday and get ready for Oklahoma.
How much work do you get accomplished in that short time?
Well, we get quite a bit. We'll practice hard for 5 days and get in preparation, and then we'll kind of start shutting it down the closer we get. So we get a lot, and it'll help.
All right, Miles, appreciate it.
All right, thanks a lot.
Of course, too, they've signed the top MVP out of this bowl game twice, the year 2 years before. Back to you.
Yeah, they have Shane Stewart on the carry there. Last year, the North squad winning 42-7, and the MVP defensively was Dexter Davis.
And Dexter Davis having a fine freshman year this past year at Clemson. Obviously, he'll be playing in the Citrus Bowl again. As Coach Aldrich said, they were heading down tomorrow to Florida. But Dexter Davis having a fine year as a freshman at Clemson playing at cornerback.
Ed McDaniel, 2 years ago, also now a Clemson Tiger. He was an MVP here. Second down, 8 yards to go. A minute and a half remaining. And Gordon spinning, keeping his balance, and fighting his way inside the 30, close to the 27-yard line. There's a guy with a candidacy for the MVP of this 1988 North-South game.
I'd say he's got a head start on it right now, Paul. Gordon's running the ball very well. Very well. They're keeping the ball on the ground, but unfortunately it's running the clock down. Only a minute and 13 left in the half.
They took over with 4:53 remaining and have used their time perfectly. They'll stretch the chains and bring them on. See what we got. It's a first down. Again, Gordon gets just enough to get you the first down. That second effort, when he put the hand down, got it for him.
That's what he was talking about earlier when he talked to you, Paul, about being able to see the field. He sees where he needs to get, how far he needs to get for the first down yards, and thus far in the game, he's gotten that much yardage.
They're running out of time. We have the South squad with 2 timeouts remaining. This drive started at their 30-yard line, their own 30. This is the 7th play of the march. The give is inside to Gathers, and Gathers stacked up with 50 seconds remaining.
Now that play kind of surprised me with Coach Roscoe. He wants to go to a wide open offense, but the play on the ground up the middle, not much yardage out of it, and the clock continues to run down to 40 seconds now.
We don't have Shane. We got to have another. I don't know what.
Second down and 9. And chased is Pender, and he'll throw it incomplete. Had a man in the vicinity, but we all knew what he was trying to do, and that's avoid the sack.
Smart play by Pender there. He's done that a couple times today.
Huddle up.
He seems like he's a very smart quarterback, knows what's going on the field, knows what he wants to do, has not made a mistake thus far.
Right, 123, tight end reverse. Hey, 122.
Well, we're going to get a look at Mr. Rast, perhaps, who scored off the tight end reverse.
Yep.
See if they run it here. Number 83. We'll watch and see what he does as he comes and sets to the top of your screen next to the tackle. Called the tight end reverse. He should get the football here on 3rd and 9 with all of 29 seconds remaining. Yes, he does. This time, however, a little trouble awaits him. And he's belted out of bounds by Houston Ross, who stayed at home. The defensive end out of Northwestern and Rock Hill.
Houston Ross.
He played it perfectly. No gain on the play, but he did stop the clock.
Really do. See Rast get the ball here. Number 31 strings the play out. Causes Rast to go out further than he really wanted to. And then you see he's popped as he's going out of bounds. South with the ball, but the clock is stopped now.
It's 4th and 9. And I would think that they would be within field goal territory as Johnny Roscoe calls timeout. He said that any time he got inside the 30, he might let Fred Frazier kick it.
Huh? He kicking? He kicking,
Let's
yeah.
listen.
None. Yes, sir. Hey, we got to do a good job blocking now. They're going to come after us. Yeah, this is field goal. Fred, you kicked us on. You got to cover now. Y'all know you got to cover. Where's up? Got to have a good snap. Good snap.
As you can see, Coach Roscoe covering all the angles there.
Watch the fake!
Al Usher. Not much else you can. Not much else you can say.
Obviously, he doesn't trust Coach Roscoe on the field goal here. He wants his team to watch for the fake.
Oh, Mr. Roscoe's had a deceitful heart throughout this, having gone without a huddle on his first series, and then the tight end reverse scoring his second. Well, for young Mr. Fred Frazier, who opened this game by kicking it out of bounds, he has an opportunity to atone for that with what would be a 43-yard field goal. Brupender to hold. He's got the leg to do it. And didn't hit it well. It'll come up short. He has kicked a 51-yarder, but this is just not to be. 19 seconds remaining. The South will head to the locker room in a moment.
It's going to be going.
With the 2-touchdown lead, but they got it early in this game, and since then it's been a stalemate.
It really has. We've seen good defensive performances after the first 2 scores there by the South squad. Both teams have settled down and played well defensively.
The quarterback is Brian Spurgeon with the wishbone set. Spurgeon on the bootleg to the 24.
Spurgeon.
They'll let the clock run. And the South, which has lost 9 of the last 10 meetings between the North and the South, including each of the last 6 straight, finds itself in the unfamiliar position of leading at the half, 12-0. Steve Bartelstein is standing down on the field with Johnny Roscoe as Hal Usher heads toward the sideline, and he's got to regroup, but Steve, Johnny Roscoe's got to be awfully pleased down there with the first 2 quarters of this one.
No doubt about it, Johnny. As they just said, you've got to be pleased about the first half.
Right, our offense is doing well. You know, the defense, you look at them, we put them in bad situations, and they coming in and getting the ball for us. Offense, we're running, we're doing some things well. We just got to execute. We got a little slack there for a while, but, you know, our team's playing together. Like I said before, we're doing a lot of things that you don't see too many times in these type of games, and it's just a tribute to the schools that come from and also their coaching staffs. I tell you, it's easy to coach people like this.
Johnny, I spoke with you last night about the intensity your ball club brought in. They have continued to carry it on right on the field here today.
I tell you, it's real close. It's unbelievable how in 1 week they got together, and you know, they respect each other, and everybody's close. And our banquet last night, you could see it, and you know, it's a close type thing. That's a playoff game in 1 week. I mean, in a game like this in 1 week, you get together like that. That's a plus for us, very much so.
All right, Johnny, congratulations.
Thank you.
Good second half for him. Johnny Roscoe